Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück. Das hier ist Bea von gamers-palace.de und wir spielen immer noch Tales of Berseria. Gestern, die Folge war ja doch ein bisschen sehr krass. Keine Ahnung, was das genau zu bedeuten hat, aber das werden wir wahrscheinlich demnächst noch erfahren. Das heißt, erstmal verlassen wir diesen seltsamen Ort hier, der durch das Blau eigentlich ganz hübsch ist, und schauen, was draußen auf uns wartet. Ich bin ja sehr gespannt.
Damn, you sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it, when you can just copy its hidden formula? Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Eifried.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Eifried aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Eifried away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard. Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Eifried and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Eifried knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Eifried only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Eifried. Still gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the Exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Eifried's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Eifried, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like humans.
Ja, für Eleanor öffnet sich gerade eine ganz neue Welt, weil ihr das offensichtlich überhaupt nicht klar war, dass Dämonen eigentlich genau wie Menschen sind. Komme ich hier vorne eigentlich rein? Ja. Tür auf. aber hier ist nichts. Außer dieses etwas, das ich nicht bewegen kann. Oh doch, das bewegt sich. Okay, das war ein Gegner. Aber hier kommen wir nicht rein. Okay. Das sieht genauso wie das andere Gebiet aus, wo wir auch schon mal waren und es diese Blumen gab, die sich versteckt haben. Wo komme ich denn hier hin? Oh, ich war hier schon mal. Ich war hier schon mal. Ah, deswegen sieht das also... Oh. Hätte ich ja auch selber drauf kommen können. Na gut. Hier kann ich nicht runterspringen.
I thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all. But do you know anything else about it, Ropero?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
Just guessing based on how we saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and... kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
Interessant. Wenn wir noch 40 sammeln, könnte ich nachher nochmal zurücklaufen und die Kiste holen. Vorsicht. Oh. Das war zu langsam. Die hatten wir nicht mehr. Die waren dann keine Gruppe mehr.
I'll cut down anyone in my way.
Was war das? Schattenpalast? Nee. Kann doch nicht einfach aufploppen. Oh, plötzlich gibt es hier ganz viele Exorzisten. Hi. Tschüssi.
This big storm came and swept me out to a Class 4 island. And let me tell you, it's as bad as the rumors make it sound. I wanted to just wait it out in a shipyard somewhere, but then the water turned all gooey. Then I had these jellyfish things coming onto the deck, and before I knew it, slugs were swimming around in the damn ocean.
Wouldn't the salt in seawater mess up a slug?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But these weren't no sea slugs neither. It was scary, I'll tell you that much. You want my advice? Stay the hell away from that island altogether. But if you do go, watch out for that gooey stuff.
What did that pirate mean by Class 4? I've never heard of that.
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy, an estimation of how well they've been able to manage the demon outbreak in an area. Administrative Zone Classes 1 through 3 have been assigned a suitable contingent of exorcists to guarantee the population's safety.
So, Class 4 administrative zones are ones that are still unsafe?
In a perfect world, the entire kingdom would be protected, but there's just not enough manpower to go around. The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid casualties by making those areas off-limits.
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those policies actually enforced?
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote island out there. So you're free to dive into the deep end if you want, but no one will come to your rescue. Hope you know how to swim.
If they could keep the demons in check, they wouldn't have to tell people to stay clear. Frankly, I think the Abbey just doesn't want to go near places like that.
In other words, these are dangerous places that the Abbey has washed their hands of.
Makes you wonder how much they can administrate these places when they're not willing to get their hands dirty.
Are there many Class 4 administrative zones?
I've heard of 10 such regions in my time working as an inspector for the Abbey, but I'm afraid I couldn't tell you their exact locations or their current status.
If the Abbey abandoned this island, it's probably safe to assume that it's getting to be pretty dangerous.
If we go there, we're gonna want to be prepared.
First mate! You're all right!
Sorry to worry you.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll explain later.
Eisen! You stay calm too, okay?
And you've all taken your salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your curse, sir, the sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right. Then let's get ready to sail out.
Already done, sir.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Creed, huh?
There's worse out there.
Na los. Probieren wir das doch mal. Abweichlerviertel. Wir laufen erstmal drumherum. Aber hier scheint es... Doch, da hinten ist so eine Kiste, aber ich wette, ich habe nicht genug. Oh, doch. Wassernormenhut. Wassernormen... Oh. Oh, Kleidung. Oh. Wo ist denn der Hut? Ach, vielleicht als Haare? Ich freue mich auf die Cutscenes. Okay, gucken wir mal, was da oben in diesem Arena-artigen Dings ist. Oh, das sieht
Is that a
gefährlich
fighting
aus.
arena of some sort? I don't see any demons around.
Look! There's something spewing out of the middle!
I sense a really malicious force emanating from it.
It's probably the vengeful spirits of those who fought and died here looking for glory!
Thanks for that. Now I've got goosebumps.
Let's try not to wind up as more vengeful spirits.
No risk, no fun, richtig? Okay.
I'll show you the beauty of my spear work! Die irgendwie erstaunlich easy sind, aber ich glaube, der hier mit der Mütze bestimmt nicht. Ja. Oh, können Sie das? Okay. Oh, noch mehr. Okay, wo ist der Haken an dieser Sache? Was ist das? Okay.
You broke!
Okay, greif nur nicht die an, die direkt vor deiner Nase sind. Das wäre auch echt naheliegend gewesen.
Whew, I thought we were done for.
Boah, das war jede Menge Kram.
Looks like we won't be joining the party.
I can see why this place is the stuff of cautionary bedtime stories.
Not to mention why the Abbey's keeping way the hell away.
We shouldn't let our guard down. But this place could still be a good chance to hone our combat skills.
Indeed. Most everything we fought here seems to follow a pattern. This is a good place for tactical training.
If we ever end up on another island like this one, we should probably come prepared for the kinds of enemies we'll face.
Okay. Das war jetzt ja irgendwie lame.
Take a look at this.
Quitting is the same as defeat.
Scout ships.
Und irgendwie kriegen wir kein neues Gebiet rein. Na gut, folgen wir wieder der Story. Das war ja jetzt irgendwie wirklich ziemlich lame. Und los.
It's too bad that wasn't the real I freed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too. And her face went all... Wah!
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh. Well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No. It's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's... ripen?
Mogilu! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts.
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see.
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorias do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry. I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah. Tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey.
What?
Are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
is that?
That's
Oh.
called a penguin, a type of bird native to this area.
Penguin.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well, how do I put it? Oh. You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you
Lustlose
could say.
Aristokratin.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor.
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
So, ich musste aber... Also irgendwie, das ist albern. Der Arme. So. So, Leute. Wir sind jetzt hier im Südmeer angekommen. Die Stadt sieht tatsächlich mal anders aus als die anderen Orte davor, was ich ziemlich cool finde. Und bevor wir jetzt aber diese neue Stadt uns anschauen, ihr wisst, was das heißt, lasst doch ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut auch morgen wieder rein und schaut doch auch mal in die 2 Let's Plays, die ich euch hiermit verlinkt habe. Und ja, wenn ihr mich vermisst, schaut auf www.gamers-palace.de vorbei, um mehr über mich zu erfahren. Macht's gut, bis dann, ciao!